Did your school ever put up anti-gaming posters? Well, mine did at least. It had the same vibe as those anti-piracy videos. Remember when you were a kid and your school put you in front of the projector and then they would play one of those anti-piracy videos? Like from 2004, they were dark, they were grungy, they looked like they were set in a dungeon. That's kind of how it felt when I walked into school one day and looked at a sign and it said, "This gamer has spent 727 hours on PUBG. Where did all the hours go?" And 7 years later, after all that time, I look back at it and think, yeah, where did all those hours go? Because I have spent over 727 hours on video games myself. Not all on one video game, but several. So I want to reflect on that now and look at the hours I've done and see how else I could have spent it. So now I'm going to look back upon the hours I spent on the video games, how they made me feel, and what I'll spend my time on in the future. Considering I am a 20-year-old man now, I have not played these games in a few years. Yeah, they're good fun here and there, but everyone seems to move on from the games, and there's not much point in playing those multiplayer games anymore if your friends aren't on them. So I'd rather stick to single-player games on the Nintendo Switch. There is literally only one video game series I closely follow now, Xenoblade Chronicles, and that hasn't seen a new release in over a year. So now I'm going to reflect and look back upon these hours that I spent on my video games. So the first game I have on this list is Brawlhalla. My friend showed me this game back when I was 14, and it was just basically a PC version of Super Smash Bros. But it wasn't really my thing, and from there, over the next 5 years, I would then experiment with many new games. Let's see how many hours I spent on the most played games. Wow, look at that, there are nearly 50 games on this list. And when we rack up my top 5 games, we have GTA 5, GTA San Andreas, Rocket League, Fall Guys, and Among Us. All of which I spent more than 50 hours on. So how did that time feel? So the last time I played Fall Guys was 2023. Yeah, it was good fun here and there, but it was pretty much instant gratification in a bottle, much like Fortnite is now. And so after a while it stopped being so fun. So will I play that again? No, not really my thing anymore. You know, it's a bit of a childish game, let's say, and it got repetitive. They handled it badly. There are better alternatives. Let's move on. Same could be said for Among Us, but I spent 81 hours on this game and I last played it over 3 years ago in April 2021. You can see my life has taken a dramatic turn. Not like I've cut these out completely, but I have really moved on from my multiplayer game phase with my friends, and so have they. Though back in the day, this was an awesome way to spend time, before I knew of any other opportunities I had in life, to propel myself forward, and the same could be said with my friends. The third most played game is Rocket League, and I have 141 hours on that. I last played this in summer 2023, so not too long ago. I guess I must have wanted to hop on with my friend, who plays for the university actually. He plays for the University League and he's actually played against the top dogs like this guy at the University of East Anglia. He was the guy in the "This is Rocket League" clip. I know, he actually played against the guy, it's crazy. Would I play it again? Once again, no. It was a very daunting game to master and experience. Yes, I may have got in the Diamond League and the Duos, but what does that even matter? You're not anywhere near the top, no one admires your skill, it doesn't have really many real-life applications. I don't think I could make money from doing the same button clicks I do in Rocket League like this. Then again, it was good fun, but not anymore. I've just moved on, you know. My second most played game, the classic, GTA San Andreas. Man, I love this game, and it shows on my playtime as I spent 154 hours on it over the last 6 years. This was even a blast to play, with a friend coming locally and playing on my single-player GTA San Andreas game. Man, the memories! It was probably my first sandbox game apart from Minecraft, if it's fair to technically call it that. And it had an absolutely wild story. I remember those moments. Robbing the bank, killing the big guys at the top of the drug game, driving boats, driving planes, getting a jetpack. Oh, that stuff was so awesome. Man, I remember this game fondly, and would I play it again? Probably for the nostalgia, yes. But for some reason, my Rockstar Games server is not allowing me to download it, so there's no way for me to play it at the moment. And finally, GTA 5. with 481 hours. I actually last touched this game in July 2022, but this was my go-to game in lockdown. I'm sure you all remember the hype back then. The Oppressor Mark II, the green versus purple alien war, all of that stuff was really hype. But I stopped playing it over 2 years ago, and I don't know why, but for some reason the servers for Rockstar Games shifted to the Rockstar launcher, and that was diabolical. It just didn't really work. So it is no more. Come to think of it, that gaming poster spread the right message in hindsight. I would eventually move on to greater things in my life, more exciting opportunities to come, like travels and working on a YouTube channel, which has brought me so much satisfaction in my life. But back then, could a 13-year-old Alex know what to do with his time? No, there simply was no guidance. The only objective of being a kid is to make it through school for most people. I had no other plan in mind, and I didn't even have the freedom in my mind to think about it because I was too distracted by all the entertainment on my phone, my laptop, and eventually my gaming PC. So I didn't actually get a chance to think of my potential. But now I'm making these videos and I'm more aware of mindfulness and taking control of my mind, that I now want to be more ambitious with my life and steer it in a better direction. But do I feel guilty or regret any of these great pastimes on my video games? No, actually. I think as well as providing some memorable moments with my friends, it also taught me that I would consume these games till the point of burnout, at which point I do not want to play them anymore. I thought, damn this, and I'll go out and do something adventurous, something fulfilling in life. I look back with no anger, and I feel peaceful knowing that my past was so fun. But now it's time to move on. Let me know of your experiences with gaming and addictions. You may want to check out my previous videos about addiction too, in which I told some stories of some people who gave me lectures about their gaming and gambling addiction, and look back at them and think, how can this apply to my life? How has it applied to my life? Is my story similar to yours? We'll see. Thank you very much for listening. Take care and see you in the next video.